Good morning, beloveds. Okay, I got to go for a walk today. I'm wearing my walk shirt. So if you see the red shirt, that means I got to go for a walk today. It has rained for 3 days straight. Like 3 days. It rained pretty much all day and mostly all night. Although thankfully during the day, it was mostly just a light rain, but still 3 days straight. And do not get me wrong. I appreciate the rain. We need the rain. We had a drought last summer, so we need the rain. But oh my God, I was so glad to see the sun today. So glad to see the sun today. And then there was a blue jay up in a tree, just singing away. It was making a really interesting sound, which I was going to record, but there were so many cars because it was on a corner. And I was like, and then by the time there were no cars and I was ready, the blue jay had moved and wasn't making quite the same sound. So I was like, well, all right, but yay, got to go for a walk. Okay, we have a poem today. It is January 25th. Our title is The Oak and the Leaves. And our author is Helen van Slyke. And this was published in Religious Science Monthly in October of 1927. So, The Oak and the Leaves. The mighty oak on the hillside grew, a monarch among trees. In winter it knew the voice of the storm, and in June the hum of bees. But a little leaf on the end of a bough sighed, "Alas, how small I am! I really will not be missed at all if I shrivel up and die." And so, in a qualm of self-pity, it fell to the grass below. And one by one the other leaves said, "I am so small, I too will go." But as they rested on the ground, a sad sight met their eye. For the oak they had thought mighty was surely beginning to die. So the leaves held a convention and said, it is plain to see that we really are very important to the life of the great big tree. And straight away they chartered a south wind, and back to their places they stole, having learned one of life's great lessons, that each is a part of the whole. Wow! I didn't know where that was going. That was incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. And that, my friends, is the power of good poetry. That is the power of good poetry. Wow. Ooh. I am verklempt. Wow. Oh, wow. And that's true about anything. That is absolutely true about anything. It's certainly true about, churches and centers. Every person in that room is important. Every person in that room is important. The senior minister gets all the attention, but every person in that room is important for the health of that community. And Reverend Jesse knows that. He's very aware of how important the people in the room are, whether we're talking the virtual room, online, or the people sitting in the chairs in the actual room. That's our community, and they're all so important. And that is exactly what that poem is about. It's like everyone is everyone is part of the whole, and everyone is super important. Oh, so important. So important. Oh my goodness, that was just incredible. So amazing. Oh, I'm wow. And that's the power of good poetry. It should evoke thought, and it should evoke feeling, and you should walk away with it's clearly this one spoke to me. I hope that it spoke to you. And oh my goodness, I love today's reading. And I don't have anything to say other than that's the power that every person is important to the whole. As Reverend Jesse likes to say, the divine nature is having an experience that it couldn't have without you. It's having an experience of itself that it couldn't have without you. You are important. You are important. You are so important. Get out there and live your life. And know that if you're having an experience that you don't prefer, the divine nature doesn't want you to be unhappy. It is definitely having an experience through you that it couldn't have any other way, but it doesn't want you to be unhappy. So if you make if you make choices, if you look at your life and you go, this is not what I want, you can go to that divine nature and say, this is not what I want. I would like something more akin to this, and then listen for the guidance, and Spirit will help you. But yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. You are important and you are loved. So, and I think, you know what, I'm going to wrap it there because that poem, yeah. Helen Van Slyke. Okay, right. So, the mission today, should we choose to accept it? Oh, you know what? The mission today, should we choose to accept it? Go read poetry that speaks to you. Rumi writes poetry. Hafiz writes poetry. Helen Van Slyke writes poetry. Ella Wheeler Wilcox is another fantastic poet. Nikita Gill is another one. I see her poetry fairly often. I saw one today that said, "Don't be beautiful." Our own Danielle Mercadal does beautiful poetry. So, look out for that. Okay. That's the mission. Go read a poem that you absolutely love. And let you have all of the feels. And yeah. And then the other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is the spiritual practice of self-care. Do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Be it one thing, be it three things, be it all the things. In the end, that's my goal. That everything you do for yourself and others is loving, kind, and compassionate, especially the hard stuff. When you can do the hard stuff lovingly, kindly, and compassionately, it just works better for everybody. It works better for everybody. And I give you a couple of jumping off suggestions, but that's all they are. You are your own best test subject, so test it out on yourself. Is this loving, kind, and compassionate? Should I carry forth with this? But one, my big one is take a deep breath before you speak. I'm a big believer in that, because you will never speak to anybody as much as you speak to yourself, but also it's easier to not say it than to have to make amends for something you didn't mean to say. So take that deep breath. I like to talk about eating dessert first. Okay. What I really mean is, I do mean, occasionally eating dessert first is a good thing, but because I believe chocolate's the first step to fixing anything. But what I mean by that is don't save the good stuff, use the fine china now, wear the fancy clothes now, make the occasion special. Don't wait for a special occasion. I also like to remind you that the take a walk, take a nap, take a break, that pretty much covers the gamut there. Taking a walk it's two things. Well, it's multiple things. One, get the body moving, get the blood flowing, get the oxygen moving, get the oxygen uptake going. That it's so good for you. And the other part of it is sometimes you just need to walk away from things. You know what I mean? Take a nap. In the Western society, we don't get enough. I want to go to one of those countries where they shut everything down and take 2:00 naps. They nap from 2 to 3. I want to do that. It's not in the calendar right now, but hey, you know what? Get some rest. Lower your stress level. And then take a break is exactly what it sounds like. Sometimes you need to walk away and do something else for a little while. because you're stuck on what you're working on. So go do something else. And then you'll come back with a fresh perspective and a fresh mind. And while you're working on something else and letting this rest in the back of your mind, the solution may naturally occur to you. So try it. You might like it. All right. And yep. I've already done the eat dessert first, so I guess I'll remind you about joy. Joy is a quality. Oh, you know what? No. Say no. Say no to things that just are draining for you. Things that you don't want to do. Say no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify why you're saying no. Okay? Although on the opposite side, saying yes. Sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself and others is to say yes, especially to something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone. Because whatever you want is probably just on the other side of your comfort zone. All right. Now, let me remind you about joy. Joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. Please make room for joy. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you still deserve joy. You are a beloved child of God. Make room for joy in your life. All right. My joy is sitting in the hallway right now. There's a big orange cat licking herself, and I love her, and she brings me joy. And the flashy black cat that was in here a moment ago that let me take his picture, also my joy. So, you got it. Find it. Make room for it every day. All right. Some of the rest of the suggestions are basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better, your body works better, your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. It's very important to me. And the older I get, the more important that water is. So I pass that on. And get that early in your day bright light. Today, I got sunlight. I got out between the 7 and 9 hour, and I got myself some sun, and it was good, and I really enjoyed it. And it's nice to feel the sun. And when I say get yourself a bright light early, it's 5 to 10 minutes. That is all it takes, a bright light to help reset that hormone balance. It's called a circadian rhythm. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes. So get that early in your day bright light. And if the sun isn't available, like it hadn't been for the last 3 days, artificial light will work too. If the light in your house is not enough, then Google sun lamp or seasonal effect disorder lamp or light, whatever. You can buy, they should be relatively inexpensive, either a device or like a light that you can screw into your light bulb. It's something you already have. Okay. I think that is those are my suggestions. So I'm going to end you with my Ernest Holmes quote, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around us all the time. Now, today, I say open the windows of your soul. One of the ways that you can do that absolutely the power of poetry. A good poetry will open the windows of your soul. But the quote means two things to me. One, it's all God. It's all God. Everywhere you look, God is looking back at you. All right? We're all made from the same stuff. But two, heaven isn't a locality. Ernest said that. One of our writers this month quoted Ernest saying, heaven is not a locality. It is not a place we have to get to. It's a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. And once we learn to create it for ourselves, nobody can take it away from us. Nobody can take it away from us. And two of the best things, if you want to talk about heavenly mindset, two of the best sounds in the entire world. Try this. A cat's purr and a baby laugh. You can Google baby laughs. And the thing, what's amazing about baby laughs is that you know that they are pure joy. They're not faking it. Babies can't fake laughs. That's why that sound is so amazing. So Google it. If you need a little joy in your life, Google baby laughs. And I mentioned the cat purr because that great big orange cat just came in and she's standing next to me and her motor is running and her purr is fantastic. So, all right. So in creating that heavenly mindset, because I'm going to remind you, Jesus said the kingdom of God is within you, right? Mindset. Take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice. Look for the good and praise it. Look for the good. Look for the little good. Look for the big good. Look for all of the goods. Gratitude will get you everywhere. It works. It works so well. So try it. You might like it. Okay. I'm done with that part. I guess I'm on the social media part. I'm going to remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So I commend them to you. I'm particularly proud of the YouTube channel, simply because I do most of the work on the YouTube channels, both of them. Creative Life Spiritual Center is where we upload the Sunday services, and occasionally we have other things, like our soul sessions. So you feel free, go click on the playlists. The Sunday services are by month, and then the other playlist, like each minister and like Danielle, we all have our own, Reverend Arthur, we all have our own playlists, because we're not on the stage as often as Jesse. So we have our own playlists. And then the soul session playlist is another fantastic one. So check out the playlists. And then the inner healing experience, I think I have that, set where you can just watch if you just need that. And we have it in Spanish too. So, one of our members wanted it in Spanish, and I was like, fine, I'll get it for you in Spanish if you'll do it. So yeah, so that is available. All right. It's a great meditation. So email info@creativelife.org, get you on the constant contact. And there are links to our YouTube channel on there. So, you can click here now. It'll take you right to the soul session playlist. All right. I don't know what to do with myself. I just love that poem so much. All right. But I guess I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a know that you're loved day, a recognize that you're part of the whole day, a know the truth about your being day, a go dance in the sunshine day, a take care of yourself day, a get stuff done day, a whatever kind of day you need to have day, a restful day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beloved expression of the divine. Was that what she said yesterday? A beloved expression of the divine. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Know the truth of your being. Go to the source of your being regularly. It is a regular spiritual practice. And get to know who God knows you to be. Get to know the divine expression that you are. All right? Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Strip away everything that you have been told about yourself and get to know who God knows you to be. Because I can promise you one thing. The person that the Spirit knows you to be is good. All right? Probably pretty cool too, but good. And that's where you want to start. All right? Okay. All right. That is the truth for the moment. It's the truth for all ages. I'm going to remind you that Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.